Welcome to AJC News.
Good morning. My name's Allison. This just in on what we know now about the Texas shooting. The gunman opened fire at Santa Fe High School in Texas on Friday. Officers arrived at the school's art lab section about 4 minutes into the shooting and engaged the shooter right away. The shootout lasted 25 minutes. Galveston Country Sheriff Henry Charteset stated, "The victims, 8 students and 2 teachers, were killed. The suspect was taken into custody. One of the students killed had rejected the suspect's advances for many months," her mother stated. It's unclear whether all the victims were shot by the suspect or whether some were shot by the deputies in the crossfire. Charteset said authorities are waiting for the medical examiner's autopsies to make that determination. Texas Governor Greg Abbott will host roundtable discussions starting tomorrow in the hopes of developing solutions to improve school safety statewide. Parents, teachers, students, lawmakers, school administrators, and mass shooting victims were invited to attend the roundtables. The discussion will also include proponents for and against gun regulations. Thank you.
This just in, U.S. stocks powered higher Monday after President Trump's top Treasury officials said the trade war with China is on hold, a truth that removed a big risk from the market for now. One of the biggest obstacles facing stocks in recent weeks has been a fear that a full-blown trade war with China, the world's second biggest economy, would break out and cause global growth to slow and corporate earnings to shrink. But over the weekend, Steven Mnuchin, the U.S. Treasury Secretary, cited progress in trade talks and said that economic rivals were putting the trade war on hold. The Dow Industrials climbed back above 25,000 and the S&P 500 finished at a roughly 9-week high as investors applauded easing trade animosities between the U.S. and China. Meanwhile, the Russell 2000 index of small capitalization stocks booked a 4th record close in a row. Thank you.
My name is Caroline, and I'm here to report on the controversial sound clip of Laurel and Yanny. So, it began, as it so often does, with a viral clip posted by a high schooler on Reddit. It blew up when Chloe Feldman, a YouTuber and social media influencer, added it to her Instagram story and then onto Twitter asking, "What do you hear, Yanny or Laurel?" The clip is playing around with frequency, and it depends on the range of frequencies listeners hear. Humans typically pay attention to 3 different frequencies when they're listening to speech. The lowest of the 3 frequencies is absolutely essential to the L's and R's, the constants that make up Laurel. So when you're listening to Laurel, the reason you get L, R, and L is because of the movement of that 3rd frequency. Here's the catch. The word Yanny, the 2nd frequency, has almost exactly the same pattern as the L, RL in Laurel. One reason for the conclusion is the poor quality of the recording. Typically, if you have a high quality recording and you're listening on a good device of some sort, you're not ever going to be confused by that noise. So if you're hearing Laurel, you're likely picking up on the lower frequency, and if you're hearing Yanny, you're picking up on the higher frequency. In our poll, 75% of the participants that we tested said that they heard Laurel, while 25% heard Yanny. What do you hear?
So clearly Laurel.
It's Laurel.
Definitely Laurel.
It's Laurel. But I could deflect and divert to Yanny if you need me to.
It's clearly Yanny.
Yanny. Definitely Yanny.
Yanny's a winner. Laurel's a loser.
Sarah, it's been reported that you hear Laurel. How do you respond?
Clearly you're getting your information from CNN because that's fake news. All I hear is Yanni.
Oh man, that's Laurel.
Laurel. It's Laurel, America. Definitely hashtag Laurel.
Who's Yanny?
I hear Kofefi.
And now a special segment on the royal wedding. Prince Harry, 33, the grandson of Queen Elizabeth II, married Meghan Markle, 36, an American actress, at Windsor Castle on May 19th.
Each is a new title. Harry is now the Duke of Sussex, Earl of Dumbarton, and Baron Kegel. Miss Markle will be known as Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. Oprah Winfrey was there, so were Elton John, Serena Williams, the Clooneys, and the Beckhams. The dress was by Claire White Keller for Givenchy.
In the scheme of things, this particular marriage is not all that important. Harry is only the 6th in line to the throne, and Miss Markle is a highly unusual royal bride. She's American, divorced, 3 years older than Harry, had a high-profile career, and is biracial.
A long morning of anticipation, nervousness, and expectation. Weddings are always fraught, even if they are not your own, and especially when they are as public as this one.
Let's talk about the dress. The 5-meter veil was of silk tulle with a trim of hand-embroidered flowers in silk threads and organza, and contained embroidery representing the flora of all 53 Commonwealth nations. It was absolutely simple, pure and sculptural, in double bonded silk Katie, with a wide boat neck, long sleeves, and sweeping train.
The newly minted Duke and Duchess of Sussex departed Windsor for their evening reception at Frogmore House in a very James Bond fashion. The Duchess wore a second dress by designer Stella McCartney, which was also beautiful and simple.
Thank you for watching AJC News.
See you next time.